Here are the 3 terrifying road nightmares. Story 1. The man who never changed lanes. I used to take the old county road home because it shaved 15 minutes off my commute. During the day, it was nothing special, just a narrow strip of asphalt cutting through fields and tree lines. At night, though, it felt like the road existed outside of time. No streetlights, no houses, just darkness pressing in from both sides. That night, I was driving home later than usual. It had just passed midnight, and the moon was hidden behind heavy clouds. My headlights felt weak, like they were barely pushing the darkness back. About 10 minutes in, I noticed headlights in my rearview mirror. They were far back at first, steady and centered in the lane. I didn't think much of it. People use the road occasionally. Still, something about the way the lights stayed perfectly aligned bothered me. No drifting, no speed changes. After a while, I slowed down slightly, expecting the car to pass. It didn't. I sped up instead. The headlights kept the same distance, like they were attached to me by an invisible string. I checked my mirrors again. No high beams, no turn signals. Just those 2 lights, unwavering. The road curved sharply to the left ahead. I took it faster than I should have, tires humming as I rounded the bend. For a split second, the headlights disappeared. I let out a breath I didn't realize I was holding. Then they reappeared. Same distance, same lane, same position. My phone buzzed with a low battery warning. I ignored it and focused on the road. The silence inside the car felt heavy, like something was listening. That's when I noticed something strange. There were no reflections. Normally, headlights bounce light off road signs, reflectors, or even the trees. These didn't. They looked flat, dim in a way that didn't make sense. I rolled my window down slightly, hoping the cool air would wake me up. Instead, I heard footsteps. Not outside, inside my head almost. Slow, measured, matching the rhythm of my turn signal as I flicked it on and pulled over to the shoulder. The headlights stopped with me. I sat there, heart pounding, watching them in the mirror. After a long moment, I put the car in reverse just enough to see more. There was no car, just a man standing in the road. He was too far to see clearly, but I could tell he was facing me. His arms hung at his sides. He didn't move. I slammed the car into drive and hit the gas. The road straightened out ahead, and I didn't look back again until I reached the main highway. When I did, the road behind me was empty. The next morning, I drove that same route in daylight. About where I'd pulled over, there was a small wooden cross, half hidden in the grass. It looked old. Story 2. Mile marker 17. I was driving through a mountain pass I'd never taken before, following my GPS after missing a turn. It warned me the route was less maintained, but I trusted it anyway. That was my first mistake. The road narrowed quickly, turning into a single lane with steep drop-offs on one side and rock walls on the other. Trees leaned over the road like they were trying to close it off. The radio lost signal, dissolving into static. Then I saw the sign. Mile 17. It was rusted and bent, barely visible in my headlights. A few minutes later, I passed it again. I frowned. I hadn't turned around. I was certain of that. I checked the GPS. It still showed me moving forward. Then the sign appeared a third time. This time, I slowed to a crawl. Something was wrong with the air. It felt thicker, heavier, like the road didn't want me there. My headlights seemed dimmer now, barely cutting through the dark. As I passed the sign again, I noticed something underneath it. Scratches. Tallies carved into the metal. I didn't stop to count them. That's when I saw the car ahead of me. It was parked sideways across the road, blocking it completely. Its hazard lights blinked slowly, painting the trees in orange flashes. I pulled up a short distance behind it and rolled my window down. No sound, no engine, no wind. I called out, asking if they needed help. The driver's door creaked open. A woman stepped out, her movements stiff, almost mechanical. She kept her head down as she walked toward me. When she was close enough for my headlights to fully illuminate her, I froze. Her face was streaked with dried tears. Her eyes were wide, unfocused. "Don't go past the sign," she said quietly. Before I could ask what she meant, she turned and walked back to her car. The door closed. The hazard lights stopped. The car was gone. I reversed as fast as I could, barely controlling the wheel. The road felt endless, looping and bending in impossible ways. Finally, my tires hit pavement wide enough for 2 lanes. Streetlights appeared. My GPS recalculated. Later, curiosity got the better of me. I searched the road online. Mile marker 17 didn't exist anymore. It had been removed years ago after too many nighttime accidents, most involving drivers who claimed that they were stuck on the road for hours. Story 3. The call from the shoulder. The call came through my car's Bluetooth just as I turned onto the coastal road. No name, no number. I almost ignored it, but something made me answer. All I heard was breathing. At first I thought it was a prank. I asked who it was. The breathing stopped. Then a voice whispered, "You passed me." I glanced in my mirrors. The road behind me was empty, stretching back along the cliffside. "I think you have the wrong number," I said, trying to sound calm. "You didn't stop," the voice replied. "Nobody ever stops." The call ended. A chill crawled up my spine. I told myself it was nothing and focused on the road. The ocean was invisible in the dark, but I could hear it crashing far below. A few minutes later, my headlight caught something ahead. A figure standing on the shoulder. I slowed instinctively. It was a woman facing away from the road, looking out over the cliff. Her clothes fluttered slightly in the wind. My phone rang again. Same unknown number. "Please," the voice said, "don't look at me." My hands tightened on the wheel. I drove past without turning my head. The moment she disappeared from my peripheral vision, the call dropped. I didn't breathe until I reached the next town. The next day I mentioned it to a coworker who lived near that road. He went quiet. "They put up warning signs," he said. "You must have missed them." "What kind of warning?" I asked. He hesitated. "About answering calls at night. People say if you look at her, she follows you home." That night my phone rang once more. No number. Just breathing.